Today I have a complete series of Freaks and Geeks on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Got this one on eBay for a pretty cheap price because someone bought it brand new and decided they didn't want it, I suppose. Arrived still wrapped and in pretty good condition, but on the sides there's a bit of damage, as you can see there. But it didn't really bother me because I got it for cheaper than I could have, and I don't know. I'm not going to go to the effort to return it because I'll eventually probably damage it myself. I'd like to think I wouldn't, but you never know. It's got all 18 episodes, high-def versions and the full-frame versions, or widescreen and 4x3 versions. Honestly, I would have preferred if they just put the 16:9 versions in, because they're not actually cropped, they're completely opened up, and the people who want the 4x3 versions, I don't really understand it. Like, if it was cropped, I'd understand it, but they're opened up, so I'd rather look at empty scenery than black lines on the side of my screen. Plus, it's just more I have to pay for, really. Like, it's going to be an extra 2 or 3 discs that I don't even need, and I probably won't ever watch. But it's the only set available, so I bought it. The artwork doesn't really look that flash. It's pretty much just basic. The text is basic, but it is what it is. So yeah, 14 hours running time. I don't know if that's like doubling up because there's 2 versions of each episode or not. If I went to the effort I could figure it out, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, now I'll open it up. We can see inside. And hopefully I don't discover any more damage. Because I mean, I was pretty bummed by the slight case damage, but I'll get over it, obviously. Box actually feels quite nice. It looked like it was just paper, but it feels very nice and cardboard-like. So yeah, there's a separate case for the widescreen and the 4x3 versions. The one reason I'm grateful the 4.3 versions are in here is the first episode was apparently cropped for widescreen, just the first one. So I'm going to have to watch the first episode in 4x3 and the rest in widescreen. But yeah, these cases are pretty much identical, except one says widescreen, the other says 4x3. And yeah, there isn't a great deal of difference between them. And it would seem that they put the bonus features on both, or actually no, the bonus features are in a separate disc, so I don't know why they included that on the back. But here's the widescreen presentation, which has 4 discs, and also there's some artwork in the background. Then we have the original 4x3 version, which is only 2 discs by the looks of it. It isn't that surprising, I guess, but honestly, I don't know, it's 4 versions, just a sticky kind of design. So honestly, they probably look a bit better, but they're not going to have the full picture. Now here's the extras case and disc, with some nice cast photos on the back. Honestly, I'm surprised they kept all this stuff for such a short running show, but I'm glad they did. And I think there's some new content on here. There's a full list here in the case. So there's deleted scenes, table readings, auditions. There's actually a lot of stuff on here for such a short show, which makes you wonder if they keep all this stuff for like every show, but they just don't provide it to the fans like this. It even comes with a drinking game apparently. So yeah, that's all the discs. Now I'll check out the book. So it's a pretty thick book, but it's not exactly a cheap set, so you'd expect a bit. Kind of annoying, it doesn't open up fully, but I guess I can cope with that as long as I don't damage it. And from what I've read, and it says it up here actually, this letter's from the original box set. There's been a few of them that were demanded by the fans by a petition, and a lot of work was put into them too, and I think they weren't exactly cheap. So there's stories from the director and the cast and all that, and it also would detail the high definition process by the looks of it. So yeah, this is an actual book, like, wow. And it's got a lot of cast photos and also questions, and this is also still from the old set. I think the majority of this book is from the DVD set. But yeah, it seems like every cast member's written a massive letter for it, essentially. Pictures of the cast. Oh yeah, and now there's a description for every episode. And has all the guest stars and the cast. Massive description. Oh, and there's comments from the directors and the creators and the writers. And it lists the music, and there's commentary on every episode. So this set's definitely worth the money in my opinion. And yeah, there seems to be probably not seen before now. There's like professionally shot pictures for each episode. I'm not really sure if all this was in the yearbook edition DVD set or whatever, but I'm pretty sure everything that was in those sets has been carried over here, which is good. So I don't have to go buying DVDs just for special features. So yeah, it's kind of hard to film this as it doesn't open up all the way, which is a bit of a bummer. If I pull it out too far I might damage it. But yeah, as you can see, it's a really nice book. And after, I think this is for the last episode. Oh okay, this is the special features actually. Now there's more cast pictures, another page, which is pretty cool. Then there's all the thank yous to the people who helped with the set. So yeah, it's clear that a lot of work has gone into this. And they've made it look as if there's like a binder for this, and honestly it would have been better if there was. It might take up a bit more space, but it'd open properly, and now since I think I've opened it for the first time, it won't close properly. So they didn't really make the book in the best way, but it's a very nice book, and it's detailed, and it's a really nice edition. Like, I'm glad it's here. So yeah, it's a pretty good set. Well, there isn't much more you could want from it. I mean, it has all them special features and the book, every episode in 4x3, every episode in 16:9. I mean, I don't think they were going to be expecting any complaints about this set, because they've clearly done everything they can to make it as perfect as possible in my opinion. So yeah, if you're a fan of the show, or even if you're not, I do recommend it a lot. It was recommended to me by a friend. I didn't see it during its original run, but I don't think really anyone did, which would explain why it was cancelled. has subtitles, which a lot of budget sets in America don't seem to have, and most of them are budget these days. Mill Creek's just about the only company releasing TV shows anymore, so I'm glad Shout Factory did this one, because I don't really like the way Mill Creek sets out their discs. But yeah, this is a really great set, and I recommend you all pick it up.